And we're back. So I went to a beer tasting the other day. It was a Behemoth breweries one at one of the local bars in town, the Butter Factory. They don't make butter, but they used to. So they've called it the Butter Factory. I don't even think you can buy butter there anymore. Anyway, it's a brewery. Well, a bar. So I've got this one to do. Dump the Trump. Now, I'm not a fan of politics. Not a fan of politics at all. But I do like a little bit of drama. So, that's why I have my Donald Trump bottle opener. Because there are a lot of people who don't like this fella. I can't understand why. He's got a fucking sharp hair. He's got sharp misses. Yeah, maybe that's about it. That's about it. Anyway, this is Dump the Trump. This is an American IPA. I'm guessing that's why it's a Dump the Trump. The picture on the front, so you've got Shirley the Cheer Monster, and he's wearing a hat that says "Make Russia Great Again." I think that might be something to do with the elections. There is a large amount of writing on the side here, and it's very, very small. So I'm going to give it a crack. It does say on the side here, anyone but Trump for 2020. I would just say to that, be careful what you wish for. Jesus. Anyone but Trump? There's some fucking idiots out there. Alright, so this is a 7.2 440 can of American IPA. So on the side of the can it says, and I'm going to do this without glasses, well, it's back. The orange one was impeached but stayed in office. This label is not big enough to name all the stupid things he has said and done. But it's time to dump the Cheeto Jeebus, Angry Creamsicle, Captain Chaos, Cadet Bone Spurs, Orange Julius, Rome Burning in Man Form, Screaming Carrot Demon, World's Ugliest Toy Troll, Godzilla with less foreign policy experience, Tangerine Tornado, I do like that one, that's pretty good, Creep Throat, Trumple Thin Skin, Hold Me Closer, Tiny Hand Sir, Drumpf, Fuckface, Von Clownstick. Well, since this label has nearly been taken up with Trump's accurate nicknames, let me tell you about the beer. We have got a massive West Coast IPA and loaded it with Simcoe, Cascade, Nelson Sauvin and Galaxy hops for a massive international coalition against stupidity. Think pineapple, grapefruit, pine and some awesome tropical flavours and aromas. The bitterness is restrained as thinking about Trump makes us bitter. If you want to see bitterness and stupidity combined, check out the Trump Muppets who comment about this beer on our Facebook page. Yeah, and I haven't sort of seen them myself, but I do remember reading a little bit about it where people in America get really fucked off with Behemoth because of their anti-Trump stance. And good on them. I mean, who gives a fuck? Right, so let's have a go. Oh, I fucking like that though. Trumple Thin Skin. It's fucking awesome. Alright, so here we go. So it's a West Coast IPA. They've classed it as an American IPA. At a West Coast, so it'll be very clear. Should be very, very clear. And a ton of hops. A ton of American hops in there. Apart from Nelson Sauvin, because Nelson Sauvin is a Kiwi hop. Right, so let's throw this in the glass. I don't know if I told you what the ABV is, but it's a fairly high one. Oh, that's pouring like a dick. Alright, we'll let that gas itself out for a bit. I did, yes, it's a 7.2, so it's a fairly high alcohol beer. There's a little bit left in the can, it's fuck all, but we'll get it in there. There we go. Look at that. Days off, but yeah, it's not raining, but it's going to. There you go. Just sitting back and enjoying a beer on the weekend. Right, so let's have a smell without getting this up my nose. Yeah, massive citrus sort of pine, so pine resin, citrus, and sort of that high-end sharpness of hop smell coming off it. Just smells good. It smells bloody good. There's no getting away from that. Oh, it's got a fucking kick to it. That is, it's got an immediate bitterness. Immediate bitterness. So you're drinking it and you're like, "Well, this is going to hurt." And you're drinking it. Stop. Gone. There is no residual bitterness there at all. Yeah, it's fairly well balanced. It's still got a little bit of bitterness there, residually, but not. Oi, cut it out. Not overly. Nothing to write home about. Like nothing detrimental to the beer at all. That's a pretty good one. Alright, so that's Dump the Trump American IPA from Behemoth. Honestly, these blokes, the story that the head brewer gave us was actually pretty cool. They make very limited runs of beer, and the good ones they keep making. So pretty much, if it sells, they'll continue making it. Yeah, Dump the Trump Behemoth. Give it a crack. Alright, there you go. Like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you beer reviews for you to go out and buy more beer.